Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be creating this look for you today. So if I'm going out at night and I want to do like glam makeup and I just have no idea what I want to do, this is kind of the look that I've been doing lately. The reason I like doing this one is because it's a smoky eye, but it still has a pop of glitter or like shimmery glitter without being like an actual glitter. So I'm using the Makeup Geek Utopia pigment, and this has become like one of my favorite pigments ever. Just because of the color of it, it's like almost like a rusty kind of antiqued pewter gold. I don't know, I feel like it's all the metals mixed together. So I've been wanting to create a tutorial using this pigment for a long time now. And this is actually something that I've been wearing a lot lately. This is also the same look that I posted on my Instagram, which was 6 weeks ago. I can't believe it was that long ago already. But this is the exact same look, so I just recreated it for you guys today because I know a lot of you requested a tutorial on it. So if you want to see it, then keep on watching. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with a little skin prep. And I got these Bio Republic sheet masks in my Ipsy bag this month. It came with 3 different flavors. And I'm actually gonna be using the Cucumber Breeze one today. This is like a soothing one. And this is just gonna help to lock in moisture and improve skin elasticity. So I'm gonna leave it on for a few minutes and then just go ahead and take it off. And then to wash my face, I'm gonna be using the Derma E Microdermabrasion Scrub. This is a really great exfoliator that will help to buff away any of the dull skin cells on the surface of your skin, and it actually feels really, really good. I was impressed with how exfoliating it was. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wash my face with that and then towel dry my skin. And now I'm just applying some of my CeraVe Hydrating Moisturizer. So now I'm gonna go ahead and prime my skin, and I'm going to be using the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. So you could wear this alone or under foundation. Obviously, I'm gonna be wearing this under my foundation, and it's a very silky, lightweight formula to help create a perfect canvas for the actual foundation application. So now I'm gonna start on the eyeshadow, but before I do eyeshadow, I like to add a little bit of under eye concealer, and this is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye in the color Neutral Medium, which is incredible. As you can tell, it like makes my under eye circles a lot less crazy looking. So I'm just adding it with a concealer brush and buffing it out with a MAC 130 brush. So now I'm gonna add my eyeshadow base. This is the Soft Ochre Paint Pot from MAC and a Luxie 120 brush. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put my eyebrows on, and today I'm going to be using the It Cosmetics eyebrow pencil. This one is in the color Universal Taupe, so it pretty much matches all hair colors. And I'm just kind of filling in like whatever's there, you know? All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and start the eyeshadow. And here is, I have a reference picture right here from when I posted it 6 weeks ago. So I have like a really intense kind of wing going on, you see that? But there's no actual winged eyeliner. And I have like a really warm crease, but you see how it's making that triangle shape? I totally reshaped my eyeball basically. You could do this look where like it stops right there, you know, and you just have like a fierce lid, but I took it out there. I took it out to my hairline, you know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and be adding the crease color first, and I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Sienna. I did tell you guys that this is like my current favorite right now as far as transition and blending color in the crease. And I'm just gonna be taking a MAC 217 brush and adding that wing triangular shape to the lid, and then I'll lightly buff it out. All right, so now I'm gonna be taking black eyeshadow, just straight up black eyeshadow. This is Urban Decay Blackout. This is one of my favorite blacks to use. Makeup Geek Corrupt is also really, really great, but this is just kind of one that I'm used to using. And I'm taking a MAC 219 brush, which is a pencil brush, just to draw the initial shape. So I'm gonna be kind of following this same shape that I used for the Sienna shadow, just making it a lot smaller. So I like to start with the outer edge and then kind of flick it out and then buff it inward. And then I'm gonna add it to the inner corner of the eye and kind of work my way around the crease. So I like to apply the black shadow with a smaller brush, and then I like to come back in with a clean 217 and kind of buff it out. It just makes it so that way I don't apply too much black at once. So I'm just doing some really light blending of the black into the sienna because I really want to maintain that kind of dramatic shape, but I want it to be like a little bit buffed out on the edges. To blend the two colors together, I'm gonna use a little bit of the Makeup Forever M620, which is like a really pretty deep slate taupey gray shade, and just really lightly blend sienna and the blackout together. Okay, so you wanna make sure you finish up all the blending and transition colors before you put on the pigment because it's really, really hard to go back in and buff out after you add the lid color. Now we're actually ready for it, so we're gonna go ahead and Put it on now. The pigment I'm gonna be using on my lid is Makeup Geek Utopia, and we're gonna be packing it heavily onto the lid. And to actually pack it on the lid, I'm gonna be using this Zoeva brush. This is the 234 Smoky Shader. So I'm just gonna be taking the eyeliner mixing medium from MAC and applying it directly to the lid using the Zoeva 234 brush. And then using the same brush, I'm just gonna dip it into the pigment and just start packing it on the lid. You can even add some more mixing medium if it starts to have a lot of fallout. I like to almost mix it together to kind of make it like a paste. So when I apply this, I like to put it directly below the crease. So we'll kind of have like a really subtle line right here where the pigment stops and the black starts, but it's not really noticeable once you have everything going on. And I don't wing out the pigment with the shadow. I just keep it directly on the lid. And the mixing medium is actually gonna prevent any creasing. So I am gonna add just a little bit of liquid liner, just really skinny on the top lid, just to help make the lashes blend in. And today I'm going to be using the NYX Matte Liquid Liner in black. So just a really skinny line. It's really just for the inner part of the eye because you can kind of see where I cut the lashes and they don't go all the way across. So it's not really so much for like the outer edge of the eye. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit of the Blackout eyeshadow to the outer corner of the eye to help blend the lashes in too. Now I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes and put on some mascara, and today I'm using the Roller Lash from Benefit. So I actually don't use a lot of black anymore in my waterline like I used to, but today I'm gonna be using it, and this is the LA Girl Gel Glide Pencil in the color Very Black. Just because we want it to be really smoky and dramatic. And if you wanna help prevent your waterline color from running, especially if you wear black, I like to set it with black eyeshadow. So this is actually my favorite one to use. And I just use the Bare Minerals Soft Focus Liner brush and just lightly tap a little bit of the black eyeshadow into the waterline. Sounds really weird, but it really helps to prevent any running. Next, I'm gonna take this Tristique pencil. This is in the color Venetian Gold. I'm just gonna add it to the inner corner of the eye for a little pop of highlight. So I'm gonna be using these lashes. These are the Cocoa Lashes in Goddess, which are dupes for House of Lashes Iconic. They're super dramatic and they wing out with this eyeshadow look. So this is perfect, and it's also why I needed to add the black eyeliner to the lid, just that way you can't see the thicker lash band. Okay, so now I'm gonna be applying my foundation, and I'm gonna be mixing two different foundations today. So I'm gonna be using the L'Oreal Infallible. This is shade number 105, Natural Beige, and I'm gonna be mixing that with the Makeup Forever shade 127. I love both of these foundations when I use them separately, but I also love mixing them together too because it's not too matte and it's not too dewy. So I like to mix these two together. And I'm gonna be using the Morphe E6 brush. This is like my new favorite foundation brush to use. Okay, so I probably should have used shade 104. This one's a little peachy or a little intense on me right now. So yeah, I probably should have dropped down a shade or just used the Makeup Forever by itself. But anyway, I didn't do that, so we're moving on. So I'm gonna highlight the under eye area, and I'm gonna be using NARS Custard Concealer. All right, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and buff out the concealer with a damp beauty blender, and I like to put like a little Fix Plus on it first. All right, so to set the under eye area, I'm gonna be using the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I just got this at Sephora this past weekend because everybody like swears by it, and I'm gonna be applying it with just a beauty blender. So now I'm gonna be adding a subtle contour to the nose using the Smashbox Contour Stick. So now I'm gonna take the Morphe E3 little fluffy dome brush with this yellow-ish setting powder from the NYX kit and just lightly pack it under the lid. I wish this brush was like just a tiny bit smaller because then it would literally be like the perfect under eye brush, but it's like a little too big for my face. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set the rest of my face, and of course I'm using the MAC Sheer Select Pressed Powder in the shade NC30. Oh shit. I just washed all my brushes, so I don't even they feel so clean. I'm also gonna be using the NYX Contour Kit to add a contour to my cheekbone. I'm also gonna use it just to bronze out my skin a little bit. Okay, and for blush today, I'm gonna be using the City Color Blush in the color Papaya. This is one of my older favorites before I started using Milani really heavily, every day. And I'm applying it with the Crown IB126 brush. Okay, now I'm gonna start adding some highlighter to the skin, and first I'm gonna be using the Girlactik Face Glow in the color Natural. This is the one that I like to apply all over my face, and this is a Crown brush. This is one of their tapered dual fiber brushes. This is my favorite to apply just subtle highlight to the cheekbones. Somebody did leave me a comment on Instagram. They said that they always love to use the Mary Luminizer, but it's too heavy when they swatch it. And if you use a brush like this, something a little bit less dense, it'll help to make it not so strong when you apply it. So this is actually what I use to apply this highlighter. And then I just like to add a little bit right here to the front center of the nose. And then I'm gonna be adding some of the Mary Luminizer directly to the cheekbones. If you get a little bit oily in like your T-zone area, sometimes I do just like right in here. I'll add a little bit of sheer setting powder to just the center of my face. This is the one from Be a Bombshell. It is a sheer translucent setting powder, and I just really like to use it. This is what I use if I ever have to touch up throughout the day with a really fluffy like duo fiber brush. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and add some lip color, and whenever I do a really deep, intense, especially like this intense on my lid, I like to pair it with a more subtle, typically a nude lipstick. Like, let's just be real, I'm obsessed with nudes or really intense, vibrant colors. So I'm just lightly gonna line my lip with this lip pencil. This is the LA Girl pencil in the color Natural. All right, and then for lipstick today, I'm having trouble deciding between these two lipsticks. They're both from Smashbox. This one is the color Nylon Nude, so it's more of like a peachy, kind of like true nude, and this one is Pretty Social, and this one's more like a pinky color. I think I'm gonna go with the nudie nude. So this is Nylon Nude from Smashbox. Then I'm going to go ahead and finish off the lipstick with a nude gloss. This is the Makeup Forever Gloss number 200. Okay, so that wraps up my go-to super glam makeup tutorial. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.